Hello, welcome back to the Remnant 2 laboratory. Well, to be honest, I would give Remnant 2 the title of the buggiest game in 2023. Now, I've been using a build that is actually the worst build in the game, but also the best build in the game, because it does some interesting things. Now, you might look at this and you will say, whoa, there's nothing important here. It's Energized neck coil, God of Mercy, Timekeeper Jewel, Threading of Death, Band of the Fanatic. Then they just have the Shatterstar with the sequence shot, Dinosaur, Maelstrom on the Nebula, and the Miasma skill. Well, over here, I guess it depends on what you like, but put elemental damage and more duration and whatever else you want. Why more duration? Because it increases the duration of Shatterstar by 3 seconds, and this will be another 12 seconds. Now, why is this so stupid and so buggy? Well, this thing does 25,000 damage, or something crazy like that. Just give it a few minutes. Everything here that you see over here is broken, busted, and it's done beyond belief. I don't think they'll ever fix this mess because it's just too much calculations to be made. And again, nothing works as intended. So you might think, well, you have the red ring of death, so that means every status applied is 2 times. Yes, but the damage doesn't make sense. If you apply the same thing 2 times, why does it do 16,000 damage instead of 12,000 damage? Anyway, that's not the important thing. And why is it the Shatterstar? Well, you'll see in a minute. It's 25,000, don't worry. And from what I can see, this thing, instead of doing 20% damage of the total status effect, it does only 10% damage. So it starts with 600 damage, not with 1,200 like it should be, because it's 20%. I'm not sure how it's calculating all of that or how it's supposed to be doing it the right way, but that's about 16,000 damage hashtag. Now, you may be thinking, well, what's the point? Well, I'm not sure if people understand what I'm talking about, so let me explain it again. This will be about 10,000 damage minimum, but it's more 16,000. Let's say this is 10,000, let's say this is 20,000, let's say this is another 10,000, 40,000 damage, right? With this it will be 50,000 damage. All of them are in basically 43 seconds or something like that. This will be 60. Doesn't matter. So you'll be doing 100,000 damage at least in about 2 minutes. So that means every boss you try, it will die in 2 minutes, and that's not even counting the damage you'll deal with your guns. This 16,000. It stopped at 16,000. But here, let's calculate this as well. So yeah, you'll be doing 100,000 damage with a few clicks throughout 2 minutes. So no boss can survive all of this damage over time effects, especially because this thing is actually going to last more than the cooldown. So you'll be applying it 2 times per minute, plus the extra damage from the corroded effect, plus the extra damage you'll be getting every 5 seconds from the Energized neck coil, because this works with everything. It even works with the miasma. So you enter a dungeon, you apply miasma, everything just explodes and dies. That's how the game currently works. And it's so broken and so silly and so funny. Or if you shoot once the nebula, everything will just explode because of the infected. And again, infected will probably not even count when you're looking at the damage over here. So probably every damage you see over here will be increased by 15% because of the infected status of the ritualist. And what's even worse is that this gun doesn't really increases damage according to the milestone, because look at the damage of the nebula, and let's remove the milestone. 65, 24, 65, 24. That's the damage of the nanoswarm. Also, even worse is that you can also throw the grenades. That blood grenade over there, that also does 10,000 damage, but it's over 130 seconds or something like that. So throw that as well, because that will also be doubled. So you can double the damage of the bleed. So you'll have double fire, double corrosion, double bleed from the grenade because of the red ring of death, and double electrical damage. So that's basically all of the damage types you can apply to an enemy doubled. And it's crazy if you think about it. I don't know. Probably people not understand what I'm talking about, but everything is bugged and beyond belief. Now you can also play with, of course, the defensive build and some of the other things. Let's go and say hello to our friend. Did I show you over here? So let's throw everything. Technically you are supposed to throw everything every 5 seconds, but to be honest, you're not going to get a lot of benefits from it. You'll just lose a little bit of damage. And then also apply these things. And if you're wondering why am I shooting without any pause, it's because the sequence shot is currently bugged. Of course you can do this in a more defensive way, so that's basically 50% of the HP of the boss, and I don't even need to shoot it. That's basically passive damage at this point, and you apply that again. And then you also have the acid nano sword. Oh, that again, and the boss is dead just by me kind of wandering around it. That's crazy talk. So I forgot to showcase the broken sequence shot, so as you can see it's immediately. It shouldn't be immediately, but it's bugged currently. So if you use the sequence shot on any gun, including one of my favorites over here being the board driver, and any other gun that uses a charge shot, including the anguish, it will be immediately. That this time was not immediately. I don't know, it's bugged and sometimes it will work as intended. Oh, see? Well, I would say it's not as crazy as it looks, but I guess all you have to do is just survive, because these guys will die anyway. So imagine you're just running around the map and everything just dies around once. Ta-da! Oh, more have arrived, okay. And also, because this lasts 43 seconds, it's so easy to use. Of course you can even throw the axe. Look at this. It's bleeding. I'm not sure when they did this, but as you can see, even the dummies can bleed right now. So let's kind of get a feeling for the damage, or the AoE damage of this. Of course it is not really accurate as it is. So it's about 1500 DPS if you just shoot the nebula, but the damage over time is vastly improved. I don't know how to call it, but as you can see, you just have to survive. If you just survive a little bit, you'll deal 5000 damage by just running around the boss. Which is crazy, because sometimes the boss will leave the arena, you'll not even be fighting the boss. I'm not sure how it will react to bosses that are immune to damage or stuff like that, but it's just too easy to apply. I mean, look at this, we're already ready. Let's apply this again. The only problem is that we don't have mod power regeneration on anything, so it will be a little harder for this one. But I think somehow we'll survive, right? Also you can use the relics, and also you can use this thing that will restore... Oh man, to restore mod power per minute. The ghoul, whatever they are. So while we've been talking for a few seconds over here, this thing will tick. So I'll end the video on this with just 50,000 damage, so you can kind of see how busted it can be. Because if you use these things, you'll be able to reload everything just by running around a little bit. And this is more than on cooldown, it's faster than the cooldown. So if you just, have everything active and shoot once or twice, risk-free damage. That's why I like this build. I don't know, this probably will either get, well, also you have a bonus over here, which might be something crazy as well. This build will either be nerfed into the ground, or it actually will be buffed, because they'll try to balance this stuff out, but they'll not achieve the balance, so they'll end up making it even worse than it's currently now. Anyway, with a few clicks, 1100 damage is at your disposal. I mean, let's wait until it's 1000, that would be a nice end for the video. I forgot to throw the axe, yeah. If you count how many clicks I did to reach this amount of damage, is the most efficient thing in the game currently. Anyway, see you next time, bye bye.